Hello, everyone. This is Linda K. Edwards. I'm the executive director and founder of New Me, New You. New Me, New You is a nonprofit coaching organization that helps in personal and business development. We cater to individuals, families, and businesses to help them to become better than yesterday and to unlock their potential by providing them information, resources, referrals, spiritual enrichment. We do outreach and we facilitate in person and virtual events. Today's event is do are you afraid of your own power? And we have today a guest, Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Miss Linda. How are you
I'm
today?
fine. Thanks for joining me today. So, are you afraid of your own power?
Oh boy, like I feel like this is such a very huge topic because it's not talked about a lot. I feel like we all have something in us that never actually came out, or we never really took the time to do some inner deep work within yourself. I feel like a part of me can be afraid of my own power, but I'm slowly learning to tap into it. But I just thought it was such an easy journey. It's all about self healing. So I always just thought this was an easy thing to go through, but it really and truly is not easy. Because when you do some inner work within yourself and you see that power, it can be very scary because I'm actually still afraid of the unknown. I don't know what to expect. And sometimes when you're within like your own comfort reach, it's very like I said, when you're within your own comfort, it's comfortable, and you wouldn't think you needed to step further into anything else because the unknown is very scary. But I feel like people should be able to tap into their own inner self, and they can recognize the skills that they have, the strengths that they have, as because it will actually progress them in life. So I would say I am definitely a little bit afraid of my own power. Maybe because the unknown is scary, but I have to try something.
Right. Right. And it's always good to have your best foot forward in anything that you want to pursue, right?
Yes.
When I talk about being afraid of my own power, I'm really talking about something deeper than fear. So it's like kind of like a tug of war inside of us. Many of us know we're called to be more, right? I know
Yes.
that, but there are times when I myself struggle to, sometimes I'll dim my light because I don't want to feel like I'm overpowering anyone else. And
Yes.
that's not really a good thing to do.
It's
And I've
not.
learned that over time because I'm like, I don't want them to feel like I'm overshining them or I'm trying to be, like show off or anything like that. But then inside of me is like, come on, this is who you are. You have to show that because you never know who you could be inspiring, who you could be, helping out there. So, and I've been told that time and time again, so I can relate to you saying what you just said. Sometimes it's just because of trauma, maybe
Yes.
something that you might have been through or someone had said to you that makes you feel like, you know what, I just don't want to try to even tap into my potential because, last time I tried to do that, somebody told me I couldn't, or so on and so
Yes.
forth.
Yes.
Um, Sometimes it's because we're taught to shrink. I
Yes,
mean, I don't
definitely.
know if that sounds, a little crazy, but yeah, sometimes we're told, no, don't do that way or whatever. Um, we've been in survival mode for a little time, so it's like thinking feels foreign to us.
Yes.
And so at the same time, I tell people at that time that your power isn't something you have to um earn, but it's something you already possess.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It's
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah.
I would say yes. And definitely I would add that, if people are telling you, making you feel like you should dim your light for others, that's only because that's projection. That is insecurity. Because once you step into your power and who you are and what you are worth, it scares someone. But they don't realize that like it's scary regardless. It's scary what, like I said, what the unknown is and what everything is. Everybody's journey is different, and that's why I believe we all shouldn't criticize each other for our journeys, because not everything is one-way street. And there are so many other ways to to build your own identity, to build yourself to be more confident, to be strong. And I guess there are people out there that because they have those insecurities, they don't want to see you what you're capable of, because they're just afraid that you'll actually be the one to see how they are, or look at them with an open eye, or read them like a book. And no one wants to see their insecurities out in the open.
Right,
So
right.
I um, definitely, what was I gonna say? Was it? Yeah,
That power
definitely,
isn't
yeah.
loud. That's
It
basically
isn't
what you're
loud.
saying.
It's yes, it's
And
not
it's not
loud, and
aggressive.
it's not aggressive. It is
Hmm.
supposed to be peaceful. It's supposed to be a blessing
It's
in
an
this.
alignment.
It's an alignment.
Hmm.
Most definitely. And I'm learning a lot right now to tap into it. And I would say that it's very scary. You have to go through a period of emotions first before it can get easier. It's not a one-way street, and it's not a simple walk down the block as well. It's
No,
something
not that.
you have to go through, and only you alone have to go through it.
Right. That best said. Well said.
Yes. Yes.
I know you did. You nailed it. You know, sometimes God is trying to elevate us and we're still, clinging on to like the old things because we're
Yes.
so comfortable. There you go with that word, comfortable,
Yes.
that we're like, oh man, if I move forward, then I'm not going to feel this way anymore. I'm scared that I'm not going to do well or it's not going to go right. But guess what? That's how life is. We have to navigate through it no matter what, try to figure out, the only way we're going to know truly if we can do something is if we do it, plain and simple, you
Plain and
know?
simple. Yes.
So, I mean, it could be a little complicated at times, but for the most part, it can be simple, just to take your best foot forward or make your best foot forward.
I
But
agree. Yes.
so okay, so today I want to challenge you, not just you, but anyone watching this today, that I want them to look at life like as if they finally said yes to the strongest version of themselves, right? Now, here are a few different questions. I can do it either through self-reflection and awareness, identity and growth, fear and barriers, vision and purpose. So I'm gonna either one of those. Which one do you think what question should I start out with for you? Will you want me to do a self-reflection and awareness, or identity and growth, fear and barriers, or vision and purpose?
Um, try fear and barriers first.
Okay. So here's one question. Whose opinion are you still giving too much power to?
Whose opinion am I giving too much power to?
Yeah, like if it's a person that might have you have had a previous conversation and you feel like you've given your power to them because of their opinions of something that you shouldn't do or should do.
I would say I could relate it to a previous interaction, and maybe not too much of a current one, only because of like privacy, and it's a little vulnerable for me.
Okay.
Definitely a previous interaction like with ex-friends or anyone like that. I used to be the type of person, and this is where the boundaries part come in. I used to put them almost on a pedestal, and I used to put this person as their needs over my own, and no boundaries, no nothing. And whatever they said to me, I took it like a sponge, and I lowered my worth to make them happy.
Mhm.
So I definitely gave them all of that power in the world, like because
Yeah.
I was taught to put other people in front of me, And I just thought if I did that, then they'll respect me, they'll love me, they'll cherish me. And I realized, like looking back at it now, at that time, I was naive and I didn't really see it to take care of myself or to have some self-worth. I think they did teach me a little bit about self-worth, but it seemed more like to how do I explain it? It was more for them. It was more for their vision of me and not for my vision of myself.
Mhm.
So over time, when that interaction was done and we weren't friends anymore, that's when I started to bring that power back to myself, which was something I didn't do. Maybe because as I met more people over time, they showed me to give that power to myself and not to just everybody else. And this said person who I interacted with decided to come back. And when we had this conversation before, I actually openly admitted to that person, like, hey, I put you on a pedestal. I thought I was inspired by you. I thought I could learn from you. But the only thing I learned was to hold some boundaries for myself and to take care of myself.
Mm.
So I told sorry, yes, that person, I said like I valued your opinion over myself and I paid the price for it, even though it wasn't even my fault.
Okay, so first of all, I commend you for sharing that. And I hope that it didn't make you feel uncomfortable in any way, because on this platform, it's a comfortable platform. You should be able to feel free to say whatever, but also know that you don't have to share something that you don't want to share either. So I
Right.
thank you for that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I thank you for that. And to go to piggyback a little bit off of what you said, we are so channeled on pleasing others, but sometimes it's not a good thing either,
No.
because you cut yourself off from certain things. Like you said, boundaries have to be made, and it whether it's your friend, your family, your coworker, whoever it is, they need to value you and also know your worth and know that you know not every decision or every uh, comment or suggestion that they make to you has to be met unless it's your approval within yourself, like you feel comfortable with that. Some people feel like because I said this is how it should be done, and that's not necessarily true. We have
Right.
to
It's
be
not.
able to step back and value each other in whatever way, whether we agree to disagree or vice versa. So now I'm going to go to another question,
Yes.
and then you could pick out of, again, self-reflection and awareness, identity and growth, fear and barriers, or vision and purpose.
There's one that says identity and growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll choose
You
that
want to
one.
try one of those?
Hmm.
Okay, here we go. Are you holding on to an old version of yourself that God already healed you from?
Ooh. Okay. I have to actually I have to look into myself. I'm like, I have to look into it. Um, I would say, ooh, this
I
is
think
this
we
is
all could be
actually a
like,
tough one.
ooh,
Um,
Yes,
holding on to holding on to something, that God already healed me from.
yes.
I would say yes. I would say I'm definitely holding on to old habits a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm not going to lie to you. I think some of the old habits, which was to emotionally react to situations, some of that has started to change. A part of me has started to heal because I'm very emotional and I get sensitive. So the only thing I know how to do is express myself because if I'm able to be around somebody that I thought I could trust or, feel confident around, then I'm going to express myself. But not knowing that when I try to express myself, it comes out as too pushy. Um,
Mm,
so whenever I would want to, if I ever see something on my phone and I want to emotionally react for some reason, and this happened about a few days ago, I was on the bus or I was going home. Some part of me was like, I can emotionally react to something right now, but I do hear God in my ear or God in my head telling me, it's okay, you don't need to do anything because I'm going to take it from here.
That's
You
right.
don't have to emotionally react to nothing. Your whole entire demeanor and all of that emotional reactiveness is going to calm down, and then you're going to watch what is going to unfold right in front of you. And
Mm,
it
powerful.
scared me. And it scared me. I had this thought like a few days ago, and I was like, "Oh my God," because I didn't recognize myself for a split second there. I was like, "Oh my God, is somebody talking? Like, if somebody is actually there for me and it's God or the universe, it's like somebody is telling me, hold on, back up, back up.
Mhm.
You don't need to do that right now. And
Right.
that's not going to be you anymore." And that is growth to me. And I think that scared me. Again, the unknown is scary to me. That is like a very
Absolutely.
powerful thing. So all I have to do is accept. And the hardest thing for me to do because I tend to overthink. So I'm like, should I accept this? Should I do this? But it's like, no, calm down, think straight,
You sound
and
like me.
let him. They're like, calm
Mhm.
down and just watch, Mel. And that's what I'm hearing. Just watch, Mel.
Mhm.
Stop it. Just
It'll
watch.
unfold. Yeah.
Keep quiet, observe, and watch things around you begin to unfold. That is where
Mhm.
your growth will start to tap in because you're not
Mhm.
emotionally reacting to anything anymore. You're not being sad. You're not grieving. You're not doing this. The
Mhm.
change is coming. Just be very patient. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to post this on Facebook right now because that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is where I'm like, because I feel like I feel it, like it's in my head. And that's why I'm like, I could do this right now. I could like go in and just post something. Or I could just be like, oh, I'm so angry. But it's like, no, it's like, why do that? Calm down and watch it unfold. Watch yourself change and evolve. Watch the old habits like just fall off of you.
Right.
And you're not going to recognize yourself for a bit. You're not going to recognize yourself for a bit.
No.
Give it more time. And then you're going to see it. You're going to see that new energy, that new abundance that you actually always wanted. You were just impatient.
Right.
So,
Right. That's for
Miss,
most of us, for the most part, you
yes,
know.
but Miss Linda,
So,
yes, I felt this for like the last few days
mm,
because again, there's a lot of things I would want to express like from the bottom of my heart, but I'm like, you know what? Let me take care of myself now and stop reacting the way I do. And there's a lot of things that I could admit that were my fault, and there's a lot of things I could do right now, but right now, just let things just be bygone, and
right.
just go with the flow of this new type of energy. And it's always around this time. For some reason, it's always around this time.
Yeah, right.
I
It's
feel like
the emotional
the
holidays.
holidays to me it's all about the self-reflection. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's towards the end of the year. So I always
Mhm.
have like these sort of epiphanies. And I'm like, you know what? Give it a try. Give that energy a try. And it's not supposed to hurt you. It's supposed to help you.
Help you. That's right.
So yes.
Wow. Well, I love this. I love this. You're doing so good. So good. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, Miss Liz. Yes.
I remember, and I'm going to say this really quick for you and also for those who are watching, that I've known Melissa for almost 3 years, right? And
Yes.
when I first met this young lady, she was so like
Check.
shy and like timid and stuff like that, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden I watched her blossom and start to be a little bit more outspoken, and like putting her foot down and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, hello world. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank
You've
you.
overcome and been through so many challenges and things, and some for great parts of you. Like your upbringing is that traditional good hardcore upbringing where there was respect and love and care and concern, but also it allowed you to not be able to experience a lot out there in the world to get to, have
Mhm.
and understand, right? So now, you're starting to tap into that part of you, and it's wonderful to see you unfold and unravel, the greatness and the great things that God is doing for you. So I'm
Yes.
proud of you.
Thank you, Miss Liz. That means a lot to me.
Yeah,
It
no, it's
really
true. I mean, I'm just speaking from truth. So I'm going to give you one more and then I'm going to leave you alone, I promise. I
It's
just
okay,
wanted
it's
to
okay.
come up here for us to
Uh,
tap into this, but I also wanted to share a little bit of, my
yes.
self about this topic because
Hmm.
it's deep for me as well. Because, in order to get to this point, you have to share your past experiences to help others to
Hmm.
grow and to understand that it's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. You have to go through to get through. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
You have to go through the storms. You have to go through it all.
Yeah. So it's really a very humbling experience for me because, again, I'm like you. I've been raised in a very strict household, a loving household,
Hmm.
that the respect is there and all that. But at the end of the day, my biggest experiences was when I stepped out of the house and, learned all the things that they were trying to keep me from, but in a good way. It grounded me, into the woman I am now, of course, with their help of guidance. But the experiences, they say experience is a good teacher, and yes, it is.
It
It
is.
definitely
Yes,
is.
it is.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm going to ask you this one more question, and you
Okay.
can pick again from any one of these. And then I want to give some resources, like for people who might
Yes.
need to get help in this area, to
Hmm.
strengthen them for their journey ahead. Okay, so again, you can pick from self-reflection and awareness, identity and growth, fear and barriers, or vision and purpose. Which one?
Uh, okay. What was the first one?
It is self-reflection and awareness.
Uh, and then the last one is vision and um,
Vision and purpose.
I'll do the first one, the
You want to do that?
self-reflection. Hmm.
Okay. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Hmm.
This is your last and final question, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
I promise. I won't bother you again.
No,
All
it's
right.
okay. It's okay.
What or when was the first time you realized you were dimming your light?
When was the last time I was dimming my light? I would say, um, oh man. It's definitely recently. Definitely, or I would say like last year, maybe a few years ago. Um, I would say I was trying to be somebody I wasn't to please this person.
Okay.
Um, and I realized I thought if I became that person's interest, they would like me more. They would respect me more. And I felt like I thought I could be myself, but then when I was too much of myself, I wasn't getting anywhere. So I dimmed my light a little bit, try to be someone that they liked, they wanted.
Mm,
And I realized I got respected more, but I didn't respect myself.
mm. That's powerful.
And that's I didn't realize that until a few years later.
Mm,
Uh, and it's hard because when you have all of these emotions, all of these feelings that you wear on your sleeve, you don't see it. You really don't see it. You were just thinking about the other person and their happiness and what they want, but you never took the time to see what you wanted. Because when I started to see what I wanted, I didn't know who I was after that. I really did not know who I was. So
wow.
I'm trying to accept it right now, but I thought if I dimmed my light for this person, that they would like me. And my this is kind of a habit that I have too because of my kindness. I tend to dim my light anywheres regardless because I think that person would respect me, but in honesty, it's not I'm not respecting myself
Mm,
because I'm just wearing my emotions and I'm not thinking logically. I'm just thinking with my heart. Yes, I can think with my heart and I can feel with my heart, but I let my heart do the talking, and that's why I got like hurt. That's why I got betrayed. That's why I got lied to. So now that I'm thinking logically about my worth, and about what I want for myself, um, all of that started to elevate me. And then I started to see bright, like I started to feel brighter about myself. And again, maybe because of how I was so used to dimming my light that the second I decide to shine a light on me, I'm like, ah, cover it. That's not what I want. So I'm like, no, it's too dark. Turn it off. But no, you gotta look around. Turn on the light in a dark room and you look around. What is that area? What is this? What is that section?
Hmm.
That's the fear. That's the doubt. That's the what is that? What is that unknown section? Let's go see what it is. Oh, but I really don't want to. I really don't
Right.
want to see what that looks like because that's not my comfort. That's not going to make me happy. But then when you open it, you spread through all of the blankets of all of the doubt, all of that. You see like a like a little gold jewelry, or you see something that's a
That you
part
haven't
of you
seen before.
that you
It was there all along,
it
but
was
you
there
just
all
didn't see it.
along,
Right.
buried underneath the fear, buried underneath the doubts, all of that. But
Hmm.
you just never thought to look
Right.
because you were good where you are. But again, it's just like decluttering. It's like you stay in a cluttered room
Right.
and it's like you're not going to see anything. You just have this comfort and your life is just going to be like this. And this is where like the big age old question always comes around. It's like, where do you really truly see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years in the same decluttered mentality and the same fear and the same doubt? Like everyone, and then you're going to start being like, oh, why is everybody going ahead of me then? That's
Hmm.
because maybe some people are just doing their inner work, their inner healing. They're shining the light on themselves. Meanwhile, you're sitting in a dark room.
Right.
So
That's
I'm learning to dim the light. I'm starting to not dim the light. I'm starting to turn on some lights in a few areas. And sometimes I still see a very dark hallway, but I have to learn to very slowly just tiptoe, have a candlelight with you, or somebody's there to hold your hand and talk to you in your head to say,
right.
hey, you gotta walk forward because you cannot look back now. Walk forward, shine the light, see what that is.
No, no, I'm hearing you completely. That makes a lot of sense. I'm looking because I want to quickly give some
Yes,
resources.
yes, go ahead.
So, no, that's okay. I thank you for that beautiful answer. I appreciate it. And I hear exactly what you're saying. I wanted to say this quickly.
Yes.
There are some resources that people can share, or we can share. The books that you can share is The Mountain Is You by Brianna Waste. It's a deep dive into self-sabotage and how to reclaim your inner strength. There's another one called Believe Bigger by Michonne Evans Daniels. It's a faith-based guide for stepping into purpose and power. Then we have videos that you could see. It's Lisa Nicholas, Your Words Have Power. The other one is Ilania Van Zant, which is You Matter.
Mm,
And TD Jakes, he has Don't Be Afraid of the Gift You Carry. And then there are podcasts, Therapy for Black Girls, for emotional growth and healing. And On Purpose with Shetty,
Jay Shetty, yes.
Mindset and Self-Awareness. So if anyone is wanting to utilize these, those are some things that you could utilize. Um, if you want to create or do an exercise on, the power statement exercises, like have, you know, yourself right. I am the most powerful when and then fill in the blanks.
Hmm.
Or, fear, excuse me, fear mapping, identity, the fear, the lie, the truth, the action. That's how it should go. To future self letter, like a letter
Yes.
to yourself about, writing to yourselves about what you no longer are afraid of, or the things you're looking forward to do, and so on and so forth. So I hope that this segment was, you know, resonating with you and
Hmm.
that it was helpful and, just something a little brief that we wanted to,
Hmm.
to come on and share. And thank you, Melissa, for joining me today.
Thank you, Miss Linda, for having me.
Always a pleasure, and look forward to some more. Melissa has been in a few of my videos. If you check me out on New Me, New You, Inc.,
Subscribe to Miss
and it's
Linda.
on YouTube, okay?
Yes.
So if you also want to be a guest speaker or you want to be a part of any of these videos, please feel free to reach out to me, Linda K. Edwards. You can reach me on New Me, New You Inc. on Instagram, or you can find me on New Me, New You Inc. on Facebook or under Linda K. Edwards. Or you can Google my name, Linda K. Edwards, and you can find me on whatever platform. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you for
for
listening.
watching.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you
Have an
so much, Miss
amazing.
Linda.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Night. You're too cute.